Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. Today, as promised, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me using MAC products. I also have another one scheduled to do try on for everything else that I purchased because I did do quite a bit of shopping. But we're going to be focusing on MAC today because I've kind of had this revived interest in MAC since their new Nudes collection, maybe a coming out of retirement release that they recently had. So I have a list of things that I wanted to talk about and just do a regular get ready with me. You guys know, full list of products in the description down below. The only thing I have done is my skin prep and my brows because I was shaving them and shaping them a bit earlier this morning. So that is it. I'm going to start off with the MAC Studio Fix Mattifying 12-Hour Shine Control Primer. I'm really excited to try this. I am so interested in how this is going to work because I used to use the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer. That thing was as matte can get. It smells good. It's a very faint smell, almost like a clean perfume. My Ulta order came in, the one I said it was gonna take like a year to get here. It came here in like 3.5 weeks, which is unheard of. So that package has already been dispersed into its proper place, and so I am ready to film that collection video / organization. I'm going to use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush with the Studio Fix Fluid. I have it in the shade NC35. I go back and forth with whether or not I'm an NC35, NC37, or NC40, and you'll see why. So my forehead, the center of my face, naturally darker than the rest of my face. So it looks like if I go here, it looks too light for me. But if you look on the side of my neck, I'm gonna show you, it blends in. So do I just have a floating head? It's the same color. You see? Same color. And so for me, I'd rather just use bronzer to warm up my face than to walk around two-toned, you know what I mean? This was my first ever foundation purchase when I started getting into makeup. First foundation I ever used. So this started a little over a month ago, I think now, when I was on Instagram, and makeup posts show up on your For You page, like recommendations. And I saw a MAC post about the new lipsticks, and at that point I think it was 14-15 hours since announcement and since it had gone live. And then someone that I follow, a local makeup artist, she had posted about it too. So I was like, oh my goodness, sweet, I gotta get on this, because I saw that they had brought back discontinued shades, particularly my favorite one, Yash. Yash has been discontinued. I have not been able to repurchase it, and it is my favorite MAC lipstick. It is the perfect shade of nude for me. I don't like anything too light, but I also like something that will look or blend effortlessly into cork, which is my favorite lip liner. Yash is that shade. What is this? By the way, this is a light layer of foundation. It's a pump and a half, and this is a big face. So I go straight, run over to MAC.com. I have not purchased in over 2-3 years at this point. I think it was 3 years. So I'm like, yes, Yash cart. Well, you know that my luck runs short. So it's sold out in 15 hours. It's sold out. I'm pissed. And I think I even commented on that post on Instagram, when is it coming back? I need it. I might have posted twice, yes, it's back, thank you so much. And then I posted again, what the I didn't get one. And then I go to the website and I read up on it, it's here to stay. I hope so, because if there's one lipstick I need from MAC, it's gonna be Yash. So now we go 2 weeks pass by. I order again, thinking I'm gonna get it this time. Well, here's where the problems start. It's back ordered, and so I get my other items that I purchase, which is lip liners, the eyeshadows, all that. I get all of it. However, Yash and Acting Natural, which were the two that were back ordered and were now all of a sudden able to ship, they ship after being back ordered yet again. And they ship from a different warehouse, Louisville, Kentucky. I have beef with you because I've never had a problem when it shipped from California. To date, there have been 5 orders shipped via UPS to me who will not get it because it's UPS. Now, UPS can get to me if it goes to USPS. However, every single time, it has been returned to the warehouse. They don't even give USPS a shot. They just return it back. So I've had Yash returned 3 times and Acting Natural returned back twice. And I've had to rectify this like so many times. I've gone on the online chat more times than I can count. Never able to fix it. I called customer service 3 times. Wasn't able to fix it. And I don't blame them because at the end of the day, I mean, I don't really know who's in charge of the whole like carrier system. But it's like, man, all I'm asking is just for you to put a note on my account saying, hey, don't ship any other way than USPS, because it's the only way it's going to get to me and get to me fast. Because if you are from the Northern Mariana Islands, you know we drive our butts to the post office to pick up our packages. It doesn't magically appear at our front door. We have to go get it. So I have given up. I've given up. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for some time. Once these items have become like, there's no need for back orders anymore. They're at every warehouse possible. That's when I'm going to try and repurchase it. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit trying to purchase it while everyone wants it and it continues to be back ordered. Why the hell is this not opening? This is the Sephora powder. Multitasking baked face powder in 35 bronze. This is the closest thing I have to MSF, which I am waiting for in the mail. I like this powder, but I don't think I like it as much as I like the MSF, so that's why I got it. So yeah, that was my dilemma with MAC. I'm just gonna give it some time. Like, what am I gonna do? Argue about something neither of us can fix? So I wanted to talk about my trip down memory lane. Starting off with my MAC account. So after I had made the purchase, I was looking at my order history because I wanted to make sure like I saw all of the items that I had just purchased, and I was like, let me just like go down the list. Let's see how far this goes. So I go down all the way back to, I believe, 2010, 2011, something like that. And within those few purchases, those blushes that I had just repurchased were part of them. That's 15-year-old blush. 15. A lot of the blushes that I've gotten rid of, especially recently, those were more recent purchases. It's powder, so that's okay. Some may have been a little bit longer, but nothing like the ones that I'm keeping in my closet for a dedicated video. That is ridiculous. 15 years, guys. There needs to come a point, Annabelle, where you just gotta give up. The reason why I kept them was because they're still really good. They still have a lot of pigmentation, no molding, no funky smell, and it still blends well. But 15 years, that's a sophomore in high school. Shut up. They're almost adults. And then the story with the eyeshadows, my friend is going to watch this, and I just know how she is going to be like, why didn't you just keep it? Because I thought I could do without it. And you know what? I didn't need all of those eyeshadows, girl, okay? And I'm talking about my best friend who I gave it to. What I really felt like I needed back was my matte eyeshadows and that one shimmer shade. That's it. So I went on a binge, and this was, again, after I got approved to the pro membership. I actually just bought the refills. I didn't buy the actual palette, because I have, I think, 2 palettes that I just keep in my closet in case. I'm content, I'm happy, that's all that matters. All right, eyeshadow time. So trip down memory lane, this is how all of my love for MAC started. When I was about a sophomore in college, I started getting into makeup. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think partially YouTube. When I started watching YouTube and getting more familiar with skills and techniques, trying to work on my own as well, I was like, hey, maybe I should pop in the store and we shall see what comes of it. And so I had gone in, and my best friend as well, her mother used to work at our main department store, and so she has access to like makeup all the time, and she's interested in makeup as well, and she's really good at it too. Girl, shut up, you are. And so we would often go together as well. I used to like collect those like special edition packaging collections, and we had this, our favorite MAC girl at the Macy's at Ala Moana Mall. I forget her name, but I can see her vividly. She was amazing. She wasn't pushy. She gave us a lot of good like advice. I've also gone into the actual store, but I don't know, man, sometimes those stores can be really intimidating. I don't know, I've met a couple. I'm not saying all of them, but a couple of them were just like, they didn't look like they wanted to be there. They either didn't want to be there, or they felt like they were too good to help me. Maybe they thought like I wouldn't buy anything, or I wasn't worth their time and I wouldn't give them commission. I don't know. Anyways, I had a favorite MAC girl, but she was at the Macy's. And I would love when she would demo things. I remember the first time she used Soft and Gentle, and the first time that she used a cream color base changed my life. I was introduced to highlighter way back then. I think the shade was Pearl, and she like put on the high points, and I was like, game changer. My fondest memories of makeup are with MAC, because I attach and honing in on like skill set by using MAC products. I just have a lot of good memories attached to it. So that's why when I saw the Nudes collection being announced, I was like, it felt like I was being brought back to that time. It was like new again to me. And I believe quite a few people have the same sentiment. It was a moment in time for us. Like, the clean girl aesthetic is now, and then the MAC girl aesthetic was then. This is a look that I would often go to. I used Embark and Carbon when I was in college, but it's a similar process where the gradient goes from top to bottom as opposed to out to in. And I just kept practicing in my bedroom to do this gradient look. It was the same time when I started using eyeshadow as eyeliner to set my pencil liner, and then to smudge it out and wing it out for a softer look. It's a lot of good memories, and I don't know, it was nostalgic getting my packages and having to open all the boxes. It's been so long, not only for makeup in general, because I haven't purchased makeup in a year and a half, but the experience of opening MAC again, it's been a while. But let's go to this whole being accepted into the MAC Pro program. So I was like, you know what, let's just see where the cards fall. I've always wanted to be a MAC Pro member, even way back, but you either had to be a makeup artist or a student, and so there was no way I would be approved. But now there is a section where you can apply if you like do beauty content, which is what I do here on YouTube. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try. Like, I met the like threshold. I'm just gonna try, I'm just gonna see. And so you have to submit kind of proof, and so I screenshot my information from Instagram and particularly YouTube and submitted that, and then you pay a fee of 1 or 2 years. I forget what the 2-year term was. I just tried for a year. Wasn't sure if I would be approved, so I just was like, hey, let's just try a year membership. I think it's $35, and then if you are rejected, they refund you. Did the whole application process, submitted it, and I'm already okay with the fact, like, if I'm rejected, whatever. At least I tried this time. I had the confidence this time to at least try. I'm at a 70-30 ratio, 70 being I'm gonna be rejected. Lo and behold, only a couple days later, I get an email saying, welcome, you have been approved to be a Mac Pro member. Imagine my shock. Being Mac Pro at one point was like high status. You know what I'm talking about. I even went to my mom. My mom's very supportive. My whole family is supportive, but my mom is particularly supportive of like my love for makeup and all of that stuff. So she knows about Mac and how much I've spent on Mac, which we're going to talk about. But I told her, and she was excited for me because she knew like what it meant for me to have any affiliation with Mac, because I've purchased from them for so long. So yeah, I'm a Mac Pro member. It doesn't have the value it once did, but for me it's like, you know, a little girl's dream. So I've always wanted to be Mac Pro. Now the conversation of how much I spent in Mac, I did a calculation. This is not including my new purchases, by the way. This was just up until 2022. I calculated how much I spent on the Mac website. This is not all. Not all. I've spent about $6,000 to $7,000 on the online Mac store. And I probably spent another $2,000 to $3,000 at the actual store, like when I was physically going in and buying from Mac. I'd say about $3,000, maybe even a little over. So just about $10,000 on Mac, if not a little over. That's insane. At one point my makeup collection consisted of maybe 60% Mac. That's why it shocks me I'm not part of their PR list. I'm just kidding, but not really. That's like my most watched content. All my Mac stuff. And just like I told you, like I don't get PR, so you know what I say comes from my heart. That's a lot of money just to have in the form of makeup, let alone from one store. Now that was at the height of my makeup addiction. I'm nowhere close to that right now, but still, like, I spend that much money at one store. I don't know if Cool Tone is the best for my complexion. That will complete this makeup look. Here we go. Model time. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I should have done mascara, but I'm taking it off, so here we are. This is what it looks like. I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, and I'm sure that a lot of people who are watching this are sharing the same sentiment. You get it. It was like everyone who's starting to get into makeup or enjoying makeup right now, or even all the rage with the clean girl makeup or the rage of skincare, it's that same feeling, just with Mac. It's all the nostalgia of it. I miss it. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. Again, full list of products in the description down below. I will also link it. Just remember that if it is associated with a magic link, I do make a small commission if you decide to make a purchase. Till the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.